The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
I'm trying to brighten this down a little bit. Yeah, no, we're dead bright. Sharpen that bit down too. On the medium.
Encode your DNA.
Fuck, it'd be ugly. Fuck no. That'd be ugly. I'll get the cat. This is a cat, I think. Yeah, intelligence. All this shit the same. Well, no, not really. Like, the shit in that bit ain't. What they be good at? They be good at look. Intellect ain't shit. Intellect on that bit straight. What intellect? I don't like how they be look. Man, I'm gonna get the motherfucking cat. That be look dope. Yeah, it is an RPG, so shit. I'll be able to boost that bit. Define your characters, starting attributes to.
Define your genetic structure.
Oh, that shit ain't right. Oh, what the fuck? That nigga head big as fuck. Oh, hell no. That'd be ugly as fuck. Nah. Oh god, I'm finna change that
Encode
bit.
your DNA.
I ain't know they be gonna change like that. That nigga changed it like a motherfucker. I might get the motherfucking yeah. I just wanna get the I'm gonna get this one. They big got first.
Define your genetic structure.
Yeah. What this? Oh, they talking about real life. Well, shit, that's strength and vitality. I'm gonna get strength. I need strength. Gotta have strength. I don't want strength and a little bit of agility. Be a little buff. A little tall at the same time. Shit.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Oh, look at that nigga arm. Oh, no, I'm talking about. Yeah. Look at that nigga arm. That shit dope. I might do biohazard because shit, there gonna be like a lot of toxic waste. Biohazard and cold or some shit. Biohazard and heat. Shit, it gonna be in a toxic ass world, right? Radioactivity. This shit tough. I want to see which one look better. Then maybe look dope. It's pink, so can't go wrong with pink. I ain't pink maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do heat. I'm gonna do heat and radioactivity. With a little bit of cold and what's cut. I want more radioactivity and heat.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do a blue one. Maybe probably look doper.
Choose your detail color.
Oh, yeah. I make them black. Yeah. Black with what kind of undertone?
Pick a class.
Goddamn. They got to pick a lot of motherfucking shit. I ain't see all this shit when they nigga doing this
Commando.
shit. They was already into that bit.
Psy-Freak.
Oh, wow.
Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psy-Freak.
Shit crazy,
Commando.
bro.
Deadeye.
Nigga, do you want that pistol, man?
Sentinel. Saboteur.
But I like this shit. Oh, this become with the pistol too. Yeah.
Psy-Freak.
Oh, they all got a pistol.
Saboteur.
Never mind.
Deadeye.
If I had sword
Saboteur.
or don't want to be the saboteur is skill, explore, or 20 silver grip, melee dual wield, equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to deal with them. Your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%.
Sentinel.
Toughness, your base armor is increased by 10.
Deadeye.
Perfect reload, y'all. Ranged weapons are reloaded instantly, and your next magazine is granted plus 20%.
Commando.
Range weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target.
Psy-Freak.
Spark ball. So shoot a spark ball, press down the input, have bound the ability to. It will make you throw the ball in the direction you are facing, inflicting damage or the enemy you hit. Your key energy rate.
Saboteur.
It's like that or Deadeye. Saboteur or Deadeye. I'm gonna go Saboteur. That be look fine.
Saboteur chosen.
Oh god.
That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
You get it, I'm bright. I'm not sure the light is for me. It's one of them. Don't be a good guy or a bad guy. Or neutral.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature? And here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Right is always right.
Okay.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Oh, you come on the other side like that too.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Damn. Okay.
better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
I guess so.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
I did. You gonna say a bit. Not that older. Sleeping good like a motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, you can jump on walls? Hold on. Yup.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Oh. I can't see.
Goodbye.
I forgot
foresight.
Big sweaty ass. Big dusty ass. Big ugly ass.
That's the stuff.
It's funny. It's funny. Cause I'm all that nigga. No, man. I got the joke. The nigga was definitely all up in there both ways. Cause when I died, the nigga definitely was inside that nigga. Oh, this nigga do a motherfucker. I did. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I like
Right in
it.
the face.
Ooh. Time to shorties? No. And I don't think this nigga can swim. Okay. I'm gonna try it. Ah, my nose issue. Ah, come here. Nose issue. So health regen, outside battles.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Go.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Sharp steel. Slash and dash. Close encounter.
Oh God, demolish. Fucking demolished. You play today?
That's more like it.
Huh? That's fucking crazy. They got that, man. This shit gonna be, yeah. It got a lot of shit.
Wonder what oddness you could get up to now.
Like, Hold on. Yeah. Nah, it wasn't like no special, what you call it, nah.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Told you.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Damn. That's crazy. Get out the bunker.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
Oh. I need me a long cutscene if I could eat these fucking melted ass Reese's.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left.
A long cutscene.
Quite a shock to the system.
I died. Oh damn.
Let's try that again.
Okay. I need white up here. Oh, I fucked up at the first time.
There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Can't kill the wheel one? Oh my god.
Swoop. That's going to leave a mark. Carving it up. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Let's pocket that.
I don't touch that nigga.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given... He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then. The night everything changed. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back. But he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Okay. Oh. Well, he's slow as hell. Who there, Elvis?
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or NONO, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The NONO prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Pause this real quick. That's an interact thing. A bit pretty. No, I don't want to interact with your ad no more. Okay. We got the baby honeys and bunnies. Those y'all ain't going nowhere. Oh shit. I can't swim.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The NONO's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the NONO as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the NONO, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The NONO are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Definitely not. Finna be gentle with your bitch ass. Can I get? Come on.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of NONO out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 12 months to come, so countless, he'd say. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the NONO's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances.
Crap.
He says you better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Oh, excuse me.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Oh. I heard it.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah, that's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. Looks valuable. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Our first death is by drowning.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Wonders why the Sifu would want to see you, but he'll let you in and give it a try. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. You were all part of the same tribe once, but without your Muma there as a guide, the disciples turned on each other and formed their own tribes. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember. You have things to do, places to go to. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort.